Welcome to the Kindness Project, the podcast designed to share stories of kindness and share how kindness can make positive change in our world, one small act at a time.
This week on the Kindness Project, we talk about ice cream, donuts, and the best of 2018 kindness news.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
It's 2019. 19?
9.
I can enunciate my words. It's 2019. Enunciate. It's 2019, Charlotte. How you doing?
As good as always.
As good as always. Is that good? Is that...
I'd like to think so.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Fake answer. A bit strange. But it is 2019, listeners, and we've got 3 weeks of special
Best of content.
Project, special best of podcasts. Before we get into like the meat and bones of 2019 and start giving you some really good new...
Before we actually start introducing new content.
Yeah, but we've got so much great stuff because can you believe it? We've done 52 weeks worth of podcasting. That is a lot of content.
That's a lot of content. I can't imagine writing that many intros at once.
You did. We've got an intro for every day. Some you made up on the fly, to be honest.
Yeah, I did. But those are the good ones.
They were good. And what we wanted to do is share this week some of the best, most favourite kindness news stories we've shared over 2018.
Yes.
What's been your favourite, Charlotte?
Either the ice cream one with a man. Was it a man or was it a woman? It was a person.
A person of indiscriminate nature.
And they went and gave the ice cream shop loads of money and said the next 100 or something customers that come in, give them free ice cream.
Somebody do that, particularly in the London area, and give us a bit of a
heads up.
Bit of a heads up to say that they're doing it.
I'll go 100 times.
Yeah. Well, that's not particularly kind, is it? Just sort of bogarting everybody else's donut allowance.
Donuts?
Yeah. I'm not worried about doing it in an ice cream shop. I'd like to do it in a donut shop. That's what I'd like to do. But yeah, we'll see. So we've had a really good year of sharing loads of stories from around the world of people doing awesome stuff for the
good of kindness.
Good of kindness. So we'd like to share some of those stories with you. Take it away.
Okay, so you have a kindness news story for us this week.
So we've been around the world on kindness news. We've been to America, Canada, mainly America and Canada,
yeah.
and a couple about London. But I'm going to take you somewhere new this week, Charlotte.
Woo!
Romford. No, we're not going to Romford yet.
We're going to go see a movie, aren't we, Dad?
We're not going to Romford yet. I'm going to take you to the island of Malta.
Oh.
Because apparently the Maltese are among the top 3.
Like Malteser?
No, not the Malteser. The Maltese are among the top 3 donating nations in the world. There's a global index that ranks the most charitable, the most giving countries, and Malta's among the top 3. But you're asking, who is number 1 and who is number 2? And the answer to that is Myanmar, the island of Myanmar, and then Indonesia. So I don't know what makes those particular places more giving than somewhere like America, Canada or the UK.
Like the small islands, they see...
Do you reckon they got a better sense of community? Yeah, maybe you're right.
They see the value of it more.
So there's a special index called the Charities Aid Foundation Index, which takes data from about 140 countries across the world.
Yeah.
And Malta did really well this year. So I don't know whether part of that charitable donation was in chocolate. So I don't know if they gave away loads of Maltesers. But
just give away our people, guys.
but yeah, so. But really interestingly, every other Western country had a score that went down. So Malta, New Zealand, the US, Australia, Canada, Ireland, the Dutch, UK, Iceland, Germany and Norway had a decrease of their charitable score between 1 and 5 percentage points in the last year. and that interestingly says something potentially about how we give in the UK. What do you think's changed in recent years?
Red Nose Day is not working anymore.
Maybe we need a bit more focus on how we kind. But obviously, charity isn't the only way we can be kind to people,
And
but
also
it is
people
one
are
of the
carrying
ways.
less change.
You know
People
what?
are using cards for everything now.
Yeah.
So when you walk past someone with a donation bucket, you can't just drop a pound in because you've just got a card in your pocket.
You know what? I've been there. I've sort of rifled around my pockets for loose change.
You haven't got any
found that
'cause
I
you've
haven't
just
got
got
any
your
because
cards.
I don't carry cash. So.
I do all the time.
So, would it be easier if charities? Do you reckon sort of charitable fundraising would go up if people had card readers?
Yeah, and it just took like 50p or something.
Yeah. So there was a fixed cost. You put the card reader on, took £1.50 or £2
Yeah, and if
or
it was like
whatever.
contactless and you
Yeah.
just beeped it.
I mean,
and
50p
you
is a bit stingy, to be honest, but
yeah, but like,
you could choose, yeah.
yeah, you can choose.
Yeah. So the news of the week is Malta, bizarrely, is one of the most charitable countries in the world. And that's my story of the week. So tell us about this surprise edition Kindness News.
Okay, so the story is quite literally called Surprise Someone.
Okay.
Late night revelers, yeah, that's how you pronounce the word. I know what it means. Are more likely to be known for their drunken antics than their acts of generosity, which is why the story of a group of mates taking the time to fix a damaged bike rack on a night out brought a surprised smile to many people's faces. The 5 men were spotted on CCTV trying to fix the rack at 3 a.m, righting the metal loop which has been damaged by a car. Very public-spirited.
I love that story. And you know what? There are clubs out there. We're going to be speaking to somebody in a future Kindness News podcast, actually. There's clubs out there that go for a run and at the end of the run or halfway through the run, perform acts of kindness. So they keep fit and perform acts of kindness at the same time. But I've never heard somebody doing that at 3 a.m. after a few beers. I've never heard that, so I'm surprised by that surprise bit of Kindness News.
I'm wobbling over from the pub. I'm gonna go fix this bike rack.
Oh, you know what? I like to party hard. So then, what should we do? Fix a bike rack? Yeah, go on then. I mean, what is going through their heads? They're gonna come back in the morning.
Nice.
Let's be nice. Let's be kind, even whilst. Pretty plastered. So thank you for that surprise edition of Kindness News. What's going to be on the next edition of Kindness News?
Travel edition.
Travel edition. Sounds good.
Kindness News.
Stranger edition. Now, is this a Stranger Things edition? Is this?
No, it's an article I found about a stranger's random act of kindness.
Oh, very nice. Tell us about it.
Random act of kindness brings a smile to the faces of ice cream lovers in Crickhowell.
Okay.
A random act of kindness and a dollop of something cold and creamy put the spring in Crickhowell's step last Sunday when visitors to the town were treated to lashings of free ice cream.
Oh, lashings, that's a good word.
I know.
That's a good description for ice cream as well. Lashings of free ice cream, I like that.
Free ice cream, you scream. How so? Well, it was all...
Free ice cream? Well, I didn't scream free ice cream, but if you would have given me a chance, I would have. Say that again.
Free ice cream, you scream.
Free ice cream! Carry on.
How so? Well, it was all courtesy of I said courtesy instead of courtesy. All courtesy of a stranger's philanthropic gesture. I like that word.
Oh, no.
Last week, a mysterious...
Gesture or philanthropic?
Philanthropic?
Is it as good as lashings?
I think they work equally well together.
We are... I think we're coming up with a future... question of the podcast, as in, what's your favourite underused word?
Philanthropic.
Philanthropic is a great word.
Yeah, these words are also underappreciated. Ooh, another one.
Yeah.
A kindly visitor who fell in love with the old world charm of Crickhowell felt there was no better way to celebrate the little Powys town than to sweeten the experience.
What town?
Powys.
Powys.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure how you pronounce that or what it even meant. Okay. Sweeten the experience of everyone who paid a visit to Crickhowell's Pavlova coffee shop. Last week, a mysterious envelope arrived at Pavlova, stamped with a Manchester postage mark.
Okay.
Upon opening the little package, the Pavlova team was shocked to discover it contained £2,000 and a letter which read, "Can you please give a free ice cream to the first 22 people who ordered an ice cream on April 22nd? I've enclosed the money that should cover this."
I wonder what the relevance of April 22nd is, or are you going to tell us?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've enclosed the money that should cover this. If there's anything left over, please put balance in the check pot, collection pot. Misread that. Can you please give out the notes to the people who get the free ice cream? Thanks. And on the day when the sun was high and the skies were blue, customer after customer ordered their creamy delights, only to be told, "Your money is no good here. These ice creams are on the house." As you can imagine, such unexpected generosity was met with squeals of delight. Upon the benevolent benefactor's
Screams of
request...
ice cream and squeals of delight. Much like the squeal that you've just made. I don't know why. Was that laugh? Was that a squeal? Was that the sound of a...
It was a laugh.
The sound of a drowning rabbit? I don't know.
All three.
Oh, okay.
Upon the benevolent benefactor's request, the ecstatic ice cream lovers were also given little notes which read, "Your ice cream today has been paid for you by a random act of kindness. I have no connection with Pavlova other than a regular visit to Crickhowell area every summer. It's a beautiful area. Hope you enjoy your ice cream and share the love." After gorging themselves senseless on ice cream, beaming punters took to Twitter to share their euphoria. Mikey Goodman tweeted, "Just got back to Crickhowell from a night out in Bristol, called into Pavlova Coffee for an ice cream, only to find out it had already been paid for by a kindly ice cream-based philanthropist." Claire Priest wrote, "My son has just received a random act of kindness thanks to Pavlova Coffee. What a wonderful concept, and certainly teaches great values and behaviours. Apparently, it was a lovely ice cream, orange fruit ice. There, thank you, whoever you are." Pavlova manager Claire Stevens told the Chronicle, "We gave away somewhere between 40 to 50 free ice creams on that day. Everyone who got one was very pleasantly surprised. It was a lovely gesture, and we were very honoured to have been picked for such a welcome random act of kindness."
I love that. Just the simple act of just saying, "Here's some free ice cream."
Here's 200 quid.
No, £2,000, wasn't it?
No, it's 200 quid.
Oh, okay. It's £200. Please do give everybody who walks in today a free ice cream.
Yep.
I've never heard of an orange ice, have you?
No, me neither.
No.
I'll have to try it next time I'm out.
Well, next time I'm in the Welsh town of...
Crickhowell.
Crickhowell. I don't know if we've offended all of our Welsh listeners by mispronouncing that.
Sorry.
We've already done that with a lot of Midlanders by going on that.
Stop it.
Oh, stop it. I won't do the Birmingham accent. But I love that act of kindness. Number one, because the article was exquisitely written using obviously a thesaurus to put in as many emotive words as possible. But also number two, it contained ice cream. And number three, it was such a simple idea but gave people a bit of joy. What did you think of it, Charlotte?
Oh, it's amazing. If I walked into a coffee shop and I went...
You'd scream, you'd squeal, you'd be ecstatic.
I'd be overjoyed and I'd be expressing my emotions vocally through song.
What song?
Some really, really happy song. Walking on Sunshine. There we go. Walking on Sunshine.
I'm getting the free ice cream.
Whoa.
So that was this week's Kindness News. Tell us what edition this week's Kindness News is.
Grub.
What? The insect grub?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Food grub.
Oh, food news. Kindness News Food Edition. Tell us your news.
Glasgow food truck tackling crime with kindness. Okay, so basically it's about this cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian Murray, who leads the Street and Arrow project. I'm pretty sure it's a pun on Straight and Narrow. Because,
Street and Arrow.
Street and Arrow. And it's basically he runs this food truck thing. I think it's a food truck. Anyway, and he takes ex-cons.
Yeah.
And he gets them to work at this place. And he says 90% of the time, these ex-cons change their life.
Awesome. Love it.
And
what do they do? How long do they work there?
It is a 12-month traineeship, but they can work on further than that.
Okay.
And he's saying that it gives them the experience to go out and get a job because sometimes what all these people need is comfort and somewhere where they feel like they belong.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's giving to them in a sense. He says that he would treat them like he would treat his 12-year-old daughter, because he needs to make them feel safe, because that's where they're developing, because they didn't get the proper development when they were younger, because usually stuff happens in childhood.
Well, you know what? We're interviewing a guy who runs a charity later on in an episode. I've interviewed him already, and we're just waiting for the right time to release the podcast. But he runs a charity called Product of a Boats Code, and he works a lot with street gangs in London. And one of the things that he said is certainly a lot of these guys in gangs are looking for communities. They're looking for homes. They're looking for places where they can feel sense of belonging. And sometimes if you give people opportunities, you develop that sense of belonging, right?
Yes, that is true.
So what do they do? They give them a job in the
food industry, and they teach them how to work in the food industry, how to cook, how to clean, how to stay hygienic. And that gives them the opportunities, even after they've been in prison, to go and work somewhere else, because they have work experience and they have recommendations from people who are in the government, like the police.
Yeah, so it's a police-run project. So
yes.
What's its foundings? What was it?
I believe it was based off one in Los Angeles.
A project in LA, that did.
That was it. And they did it with churches instead, so people would go and help in churches, and that would reform them.
Yeah.
But I think I like the idea of people working in kitchens, because after you've worked at a church, what work experience is working in a church?
Well,
communication, I suppose, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't underestimate what you could learn in working with the church, but certainly I like the idea of the police trying different things to provide people with the opportunities to get back to work, build the skills, and just rebuild their lives. I love it. Thank you very much, Charlotte.
Yep. Okay, the next one is still part of the thing, the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
Mabel, or Spider Mabel, her name.
Spider Mabel. Now, why has she got an old woman's name? That's what I want to know. How old's Mabel? Mabel was 72.
Claiming it back.
She looks about 5 in the pictures. It's one of the many children
Mabel
out there.
looks about 5 in the pictures. Did she?
She is of young in tenure.
So is she a superhero or supervillain? Because she's obviously stolen a grandmother's name.
Okay, so Spider Mabel is one of the many children out there fascinated with superheroes. Thanks in large part to blockbuster movies such as Avengers and The Dark Knight, children love to dress as their favourite superheroes. In Mabel's case, she was allowed to live out her superhero fantasies on September 28, 2015, one special day in Edmonton, Alberta, thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Okay. She was just allowed to go around in a Spider-Mabel.
In my head, I'm thinking Spider-Mabel, and I'm thinking of a mix between Spider-Man and Supergram. Just because her name's Mabel and it's
Supergran.
I love Supergran.
Supergram.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Quick Supergram facts, right? Cassie is related to Supergram.
No way.
Yeah, that's Cassie's aunt.
No.
Because all her family are from up that part of the world, Dundee in Scotland. And Cassie is... And Robbie, if you will be listening to this, because I know you do, but please confirm that Supergram fact for us. But, yeah.
Also, interestingly enough, my mum's from Dundee.
Oh, is she?
So I used to love watching it, because my nan had the accent, my mum didn't have so much of one. So it's nice to sort of to hear the old dialect.
Cassie, we go up to our groves a couple of times a year, don't we? So we're up there.
Get some smokies.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, my last story.
Oh, there's a new one.
Right.
Can I just see whether I get the name of the person right? Is it Super? Is it Super? I'm trying to think of a really old man's name.
Super Rich.
Eric.
No, his name's Caleb.
Caleb, okay.
Okay, so there's this picture.
It's a brilliant old man's name.
It's in the middle though. It's in the middle.
Called Caleb. Is that biblical though?
Yeah, that's proper Bible stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's this picture of this kid sitting in a pram, and he's holding up a sign that says, "My first day of pre-K, September 4th, 2013. When I grow up, I want to be a Power Ranger, age 4." And so I on this article, if you scroll down, there's just a bunch of pictures of people dressed up as Power Rangers giving them his support.
Cool.
So the first one says, Caleb, always be yourself and never give up on your dreams. It's the Green Power Ranger, but it says this guy's 25.
Okay.
There's a one of Pink and Yellow Power Ranger. Go, go, Caleb. Always remember being a Power Ranger is about doing what's right and helping others and never giving up. Welcome to the Ranger family.
Okay. So he got indoctrinated, he got accepted.
They're all there. They're all there.
And then the red one, Caleb, dream on, little dreamer. This is how it all begins. Hashtag Ranger Love, age 26.
Love it.
And the red one would know about dreaming because he went from red to white. Remember, he did.
And then there's a guy who's in a US Marine outfit and he's got a gold Power Ranger.
Could I be a Power Ranger?
As long as Zordon chooses you, you're fine.
That makes sense to some extent. I don't know enough about. I'd actually like to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I think that'd be good.
I got overtaken by 4 of those on Sunday.
Did you?
Charity bike ride. It's really hurting. Up a hill, about 50, 60 miles in, and flying past go Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael.
I did the Paris Marathon last year.
Because you're good running, aren't you?
I know we spoke about it. We spoke about it before. And I was at 15 miles. I won't tell the baguette story again because I think I've told it 3 or 4 times on the podcast. But I was at about 15 miles, and Charlotte and Cassie and Sophie were at about 18 miles. Suddenly I get a call saying, "There's a man with a giant Eiffel Tower on his head that's just run past. Are you anywhere close?" There's a man with a tutu. Are you anywhere close? But literally everybody who was in fancy dress was quicker than me. So I don't know what to do about that.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Last Power Rangers picture. It's a man in a US Marine outfit.
Thank you for bringing us back to the subject, Charlotte. We needed that.
It's a man in a US Marine outfit and a gold Power Ranger mask, and his sign just says, "Hey Caleb, when you work hard, dreams come true, age 19.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So that was this week's Kindness News. Thank you, Charlotte. So what edition is it?
Professional edition.
Oh, professional edition. I
It's
like
not really
it.
that what you think.
Okay, right. So go and tell me.
First one. Milkman performs random acts of kindness on milk grounds.
Is a milkman a profession?
Yeah.
It might very well might
It's
be.
a job, so it's a profession.
Yeah, but I don't. So this is the thing. What's the difference between a job and a profession?
They're the same.
They're not. I don't think they are. Would you call working in a factory a profession?
Yeah.
I think a profession is where you've got to continue to learn to deliver the service that you do. And
Job, a paid position of regular employment.
profession. About profession. So you gave me the definition of job. You've called this Kindness News edition professional edition, but you haven't given me the definition of professional.
Professional. Relating to a belonging or a profession. Or belonging to a profession.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I am a bit doubtful that milkman would come under the term profession. Go on.
And engaged in a specified activity as one's main paid occupation rather than as an amateur.
Okay, so you can potentially be a professional milkman. I'll concede that. Thank you for visiting Dictionary Corner on this episode of Kindness. Dictionary Dave's. That's going to be an intro, future intro. So tell me about this professional milkman and what he did.
A London-based milkman has become something of a local hero thanks to his passion for helping others.
Okay.
Ian Bardwell or Beardwell? Beardwell's altruistic, okay, I get that. Altruistic streak means he's returned lost pets to their owners, found and returned a laptop after spotting it on the road, and even chased car thieves, all while delivering milk.
Love it.
For one particular act of kindness, where he helped to calm and reassure a Southfield resident and her young daughter following a burglary, the cheerful milkman won an award.
Oh, cool.
And was completing his milk round at 4 a.m. in December 2017 when he noticed the front door of a nearby house was wide open and all the lights were on.
Are we just getting earlier and earlier on Kindness News? Because on last week's edition, you said these kids are getting up and going to school at 6:30 in the morning. Suddenly the milkman's up at 4. next we'll have a fireman up at 2.
He's halfway through his rounds at 4.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
Concerned, he rang the doorbell. He was greeted by local TV producer Sasha Rickard, who was visibly very shaken. She told him that she had woken up when she heard someone breaking into her home. Her young daughter was also upstairs, terrified. Too scared to do anything other than turn on the lights and pace around, tried to warn the burglars that someone was at home. Sasha hadn't managed to call the police. She was also yet to check whether anyone was still inside. Ian offered to wait at Sasha's door until she had done this, reassuring and calming her at the same time. Once Sasha had called the police, Ian completed his milk round but circled back 10 minutes later to check on her.
Oh, that's nice.
The milkman, who works for delivery company Milk and More, said,
Milk and More. What's the more? I want to know what the more is now. So it's milk and more. Milk and more. Milk. That's all there is. Just milk. I wonder if
kinds of milk.
I reckon it's eggs. I reckon there's probably cookies in there. Because like, if somebody delivers you milk, you might want some cookies with it. I reckon milk and more. Bread? Maybe? I don't know.
Lettuce.
I don't know. But the problem is, if he's not only delivering milk, maybe he's delivering more. Maybe his status as a professional milkman is in danger because he's delivering more than milk. And why are you looking at me like that? like you're doubting the validity of the argument. I think if you're a professional milkman, all you got to deliver is milk. Don't worry about the more. Don't worry about them all.
Anyway, he said he was happy to help.
If he worked for just milk, I'd assume that his status as a professional milkman might be more valid. But go on.
He said he was happy to help Sasha and hope anyone.
I'd like to find out whether I'd like to find out how percentage-wise how much milk he delivers and how much more he delivers. Because if he delivers more than milk, then he's definitely not a professional milkman. What did he say to Sasha?
Thank you for letting me speak. He said he was happy to help Sasha, just as he hopes anyone would have done.
Yeah,
I
great.
understand these kinds of situations can be scary, and I'm just happy that she and her daughter are now safe and well. After this incident, Sasha contacted the Wimbledon depot where the milkman works, thanking him for his actions. She also gave him a thank you gift. He has since received a hero award from the company for his actions.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So we're back. We've shared loads of kindness news stories.
Probably.
We don't know. We genuinely don't know because that bit is down to our esteemed editor who's worked really hard in 2018 to help us deliver some great, some good, some mediocre and some frankly poor content.
Although all of it is top-notch comedy.
All of it is shambolic at best. But hopefully you enjoyed that special episode of Kindness News, and we'll see you for another special next week.
Bye!